So last couple of corners, Tommy Hall comes through. Down the straight goes, European champion for 2022. What a race, what a championship.
That's crazy, man. I can't believe it.
Flicks it up nicely through the step up into the switchbacks. And your European four-wheel drive champion, Marcus Carup, takes it across the line.
Good, making my dad proud. It means a lot to me, so it's good to win.
Well, welcome back. We are here and ready for the finals. It's the first leg of the A finals, and we are going to have Matt with us, is going to be calling the plays. People are tuning in, people are watching. The first leg is about to kick off. The grid is getting lined up, and it's going to be a fantastic set of finals.
Okay then, so we've got the guys been out for their warm-up lap. Jorn Newman is your TQ man for this first of the A finals. Leg one is about to start. We've got Michael Orlowski on second spot. Back to Marcus Carup in the associated on point number 3. Davide Ongaro, in the associated on 4. Wesley Van Helmond in the Schumacher on 5, Burak Kilik in the Yokomo on 6, and we've got Clement Boda in the 7 in the S-Works, the Schumacher of Daniel Kobovic in the 8, Alexander Landon in the 9, and the X-Ray of Bruno Coelho finishing out your grid. 2023 Championship, EFRA two-wheel drive off-road Euros about to go. Here we go then. 10 seconds on the clock. Everybody up on the rostrum, poised and ready for this one. And away we go. Clean start at the front for these guys around the first corner, okay. It is Newman and everybody else in order behind him at the moment. Goes through the drop-off. He's already gapped Orlowski behind him by the looks of it. You can see that gap has increased straight away. So Newman absolutely doesn't want to mess about at all in this one. He is going to walk it as far as he can go without making any mistakes. Try and make that gap as big as he can back to Orlowski. Give himself a bit of a cushion. If we drop back onto Orlowski and Carup behind him, that's the race we're going to be looking at to follow up with Newman as he goes up to the step-up. So Orlowski followed by Carup. Down into the drop-off they go. They seem to have closed that gap down to Newman just a little bit between them. Carup's not putting too much pressure on Orlowski at the moment, though he is sticking with him, making sure he maintains that gap. Now Orlowski seems to have put his foot down a little bit, has got a little bit more of a gap on Carup as they come into the final hairpin over the bridge onto the straight. Down they go. So it's Newman, Orlowski, Carup, Ongaro. Oh, then we have Van Helmon's made a terrible mistake further back down the pack, but we're going to stick with the front three just to make sure that we know exactly what is going on here. So, joining the front three, Ongaro is hanging on to the back of Carup and Orlowski just to see if he can capitalise on any mistakes that those two make. Over the step over they go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 all the way through the doubles. No mistakes there. Everybody fairly evenly spaced at the moment. So these guys are going to be counting on Newman to make a mistake at this point. Seems to have walked away with it for the moment, but we know this is a 5-minute race. It's certainly not won in the first few laps. Newman coming over the bobbles pretty well, gets that line lovely through the switchbacks. We're going to concentrate on second and third, though. That seems to be where the closest battle is for us at the moment. Over the doubles they go. Carup has a look to the outside, can't make anything happen that time. Over the bridge, down over the timing loop they go. Round the hairpin at the bottom of the first straight, round the hairpin at the second. Single double. And see if he will make a move on the double single for the next time round if Carup's brave enough to do it. But into these, they switch back into the ripples. Nice line for Orlowski through there. You can see how throwing it wide loses you a lot of time. Kerup was right up behind Orlowski for a minute, but just through that little bobble on the ripples, he's dropped way, way back now. Almost the length of the first straight between second and third. So we look at Newman just going up to the top of the step up. He's come round, dropped down, round the off-camber corner nicely, flicks it back into the bobbles, corner to corner, not quite, still puts his brakes on, keeps all four wheels on the floor. Over the step over he goes. It's Orlowski and Newman way out in front at the moment. These two are going to be racing for the first of the wins. So hopefully no mistakes from either of them. We'd love to see a nice clean race all the way through. Single double, Orlowski really putting the pressure on to Newman now. He wants the first of these wins if he can steal it. It is S-Works from Schumacher at the moment. Looking like Orlowski is looking pretty racy out there right now. Certainly putting the pedal down. Newman wants to keep it safe, keep it on his wheels. He knows that catching him is one thing, getting past is a totally different story. Over the bridge they go, both down the main straight. About quarter of the straight between them at this point. Single double for both drivers. Up to the step up they go, both landing perfectly. Newman a little bit wide on that corner. Is Orlowski going to have a look at that the next lap round? Orlowski takes a really tight line, almost catches a cone of justice. He's right up on the bumper of Newman right now. He's going to be pushing over these doubles, trying to force a mistake from Newman. Knows how costly they are. But no, Newman is straight back on it. After a little bit of a slide going through the switchbacks, Newman's right back on the pace again, but Orlowski says, no, you will not be going anywhere. Oh, he looks up the inside. Did catch him a little bit, but fair driving from Michael. Stops and lets him back through. So Newman is still out the front. Orlowski knows that is a weak point for Newman. Now he's going to be looking at that spot next lap round for sure. Over the step off they go. Through the roller, through the doubles. Both doing it cleanly. Nice landing for Orlowski. Certainly didn't waste any time there, but Newman has got a wicked line coming out of the bridge onto the main straight. Orlowski's right there with him. Now this is where he looked last time. Is Newman going to kill? He's kept it pretty tight. Orlowski's still there with him. Round the off-camber corner they go. Flicks it back, both of them, through the bobbles. 3 and a 1. Orlowski can't go up the inside of him there. Newman is shutting the door as hard as he can when he comes through the bobbles. Both of them over the doubles. Orlowski has a bit of a funny landing, gets himself out of shape a bit, but will make that time up with no problem at all. He is straight back on the bumper of Newman. We've got Davide Ongaro right behind them as well, so any mistake these guys make, Ongaro is going to capitalise on that, and he will take this one. But 8 seconds left on the clock. These guys are going to be racing to the line. It is Newman from Orlowski. Back to Ongaro, over the doubles, just these jumps and a couple of corners to go, and Newman will take the first leg. Orlowski's off. He's too far behind to make anything of it. Newman takes leg 1 of the A finals. Orlowski second, Ongaro third. Kerup, a little bit unfortunate there, drops himself back to fourth. We've got Burak Kilik in fifth. Alexander Landon takes a lovely 6th spot. Clement Boda in the 7, Kubovic 8, Coelho 9, and Van Helmen pulls off after 5 laps to bring out the back of the pack. So there you go, first A final done and dusted. These guys coming off the rostrum now. You can see the lap times there. Orlowski with a 27.3. Ongaro with
All right,
a
so we've got
27.1.
Jorn Neumann, winner of the first A final. How was that?
It was good. I was building up a lead in the beginning, and then I drove too safe. I don't know. So let Michael come back to me. But yeah, I won. That is all what counts.
So how does that affect your strategy, or you don't want to give anything away just yet for the second race?
It will be the same. I just try to go as fast as I can and then to win.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much, Jorn.
Thank you.
Okay then. So that was a word from Jorn, your two-wheel drive winner of the first leg of the A main. And now, if I flick over onto my timetable, I believe we will be going into, so that is A1. We are now going to be looking at the K final. Okay, K final next. So a bit of a short one, this one. We've only got 5 drivers in it. Loic Didier is going to be taking up pole on this one. Second on the grid will be Robert Scarr. Then we've got Mike Moyes, Peter Frillingsdorf, and Paul Wood rounding out the back of this 5-car grid. Sorry, I'm just frantically trying to get a wasp out of here. There we go. Off you go, Mr. Wasp. God. Mind you, that's only the second one of the week so far, so we're not doing too bad on the wasp scores. So, what a final that was. These guys plenty of room to race out there. I can't say it's only mistakes that are going to let these guys through, because there were plenty of opportunities for Orlowski to get past. Some wide corners from Newman, which could have opened it up. Unfortunately for Kerup, he dropped right back in that one, so you're not sure if we're going to see anybody that's going to really challenge Newman yet. I think Jorn on a overall 5-minute pace is probably the... If he's not making mistakes, he's fairly solid out there at the front of the pack. It's just getting through those first few laps with it clean. So you see it on the screen there. Don't forget to subscribe and obviously like the page. You click the little bell on the YouTube feed and you will get notified each time we go live. So you're watching the EFRA 1/10 Buggy Euros for 2023. We are in Utrecht in the Netherlands, and we're at the Rayco 2000 facility. We're RCTV, and we're brought to you by Schumacher, Hobbywing, X-Ray, Rodog EU, and S-Works. Thank you all for joining us. Do join in on the chat. If you've got something to say, got your opinions out there, let us know. Matt will be keeping an eye on it over in the UK for you guys.
Oh, I'm all over it. I'm all over it. It's so all over it.
I can tell.
Great for Ongaro to be third, says Rimfire. What a great race. Rimfire saying fantastic race. So sure they all want to be first, but great for third for Ongaro. Tara Ivanen saying great race. Congratulations with loads of emojis. Nice driving from Alexander, moving from 9th to 6th. Really close, exciting racing from Jorn and Michael. It was exciting. It was a fantastic race.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, you know what we want? We want it to go over to 3 legs.
We do.
So
we do. So we almost
I can't
want,
see it happening at this point. Can you see that happening?
I can. Actually, I can. There was plenty of chances for overtakes there. Plenty of chances for overtakes. I just don't think anything quite stuck. Obviously, where Michael caught Newman coming down the drop-off, that couldn't, he waited there, which was very, very gracious, but couldn't let anyone through. Okay, this one is off the grid. Off we go for the K final. And flick back over to the moving camera for you guys. Sorry we missed the start of that one there. Okay, so we'll let these guys get their first lap underway. We're probably going to have a bit of chaos on this one. Okay, so over the doubles for the first time. Got one car crashed out. But it's Robert Scarr that takes up the front of this one. Okay, so these guys, not quite the pace of the A final lot. However, it doesn't make any difference to the feeling up on the rostrum. A final, B final, or K final. It's all just as thrilling whilst you're up there, and nerve-wracking with everybody around the edge watching you as well. So Robert Scarr comes through the doubles, over the bridge, onto the straight he goes. So if you drop back, drop back to the one behind him, because we've got a couple of cars there that seem to be getting a little bit closer. We did have one in between them, but it crashed out on the on the straight. Oh, there you go. Stick with the front two then. So that's Robert Scarr out in front. I think he is being chased down by Mike Moyes. So Robert Scarr from Neway, Mike Moyes from Great Britain. Let's see how they are as they cross the line. Oh no, it is not. It's not Mike Moyes. Apologies. So Robert Scarr. It's not. It's Loic Didier out in front now. Oh no, these two switching places left, right and centre. My goodness me. Nobody wants this one. So through the bobbles we go. We've got the front three cars. I think that is I think that's Loic Didier out in front again now, the number 1. Oh, catches a nightmare on the step through. So is this Robert Scar? We will see as he crosses the line. I think that's Robert Scar now. It is. So, and it's Peter Friedlingsdorf from Germany in the 2 spot now, chasing Robert Scar down. So these two, through the drop-off, they've got halfway through this race. Robert Scar from Norway doing his best to stay out in front. Difficult to lead one of these races from start to finish. 5 minutes doesn't seem like a long time, but when you're under pressure from the car behind, it's an eternity up on the rostrum. Okay, Robert Scar, through he goes. Oh, and a bit of a weird bobble at the end of the straight puts him all out of shape, and that gives Friedlingsdorf a chance to catch up to the back of him. Oh, the step up they go. Friedlingsdorf sees the opening on the inside, takes it, says thank you very much, Robert. I will take the front of this one. Friedlingsdorf goes through the switchback. Scar right on his bumper. Just in the back there, you saw Loic Didier just crashing out the way. But Robert Scar through. Friedlingsdorf throws it off the track over the second double. Scar round the first hairpin into the second. Single double. Standard line for everybody now. Now it's dried out. Down the drop-off he goes. Really wide round the off-camber corner there. Doesn't want to do that too much. Friedlingsdorf is certainly one to shoot up the inside of you if he sees the gap. He has a tumble coming out of the ripples. And unfortunately, that has given... Well, for Friedlingsdorf, mind you, Friedlingsdorf comes back with a double at the end to close that gap up. Minute left on the clock for these guys. So likelihood is we're going to get this one and one more. But we'll see what the lap times are like as they go through. So lapping at about 32-second pace. 32-33s. They are slowing each other down a little bit racing together like this. But that's the nature of the beast, I suppose. So Robert Scar coming through for his penultimate lap. Over the step off. Friedlingsdorf right behind him. Oh, and Scar is over. Friedlingsdorf for the last lap takes the lead. Now, what has Robert Scar got in answer to this? Over the bridge they go. Friedlingsdorf around the end of the straights. Into the first roller. Punches it. Oh, doesn't punch it. Has to do 3 singles rather than a single double. Up the step up he goes. Nice and safe down there. He's going to try and take it nice and steady around the off-camber corner. Flicks it back. Okay. Double, single through the ripples. That's an interesting line. I think he might have just not quite got the speed right there, but over the step off. So these guys to the line, I do think Scar has given it to him there. Other than a crash, this one is going to Friedlingsdorf. K final winner. There you go. Robert Scar, of course, coming in second. Loic Didier just crosses the line for third. Guys have got a few seconds all to cross the line now. There we go. So, some good racing all the way through, really. That was the K final.
Yeah. They seem pretty happy.
I think everyone's
Fun racing can happen at every level, I guess. I suppose the higher up the tree you get, the more serious it gets.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Yeah, of course. Well, the higher up the tree you get, the more money's involved.
Yes. Ian Cloud is asking, what time roughly will the next A final be run? Well, I can tell you it will be at 4:20 local time. So depending on where you're based, it might be 3:20 if you're in the UK.
Might well be. Next up, though, Matt, you know we've got the J final, right?
Uh-huh.
And do you know who's in this?
I'm
going to tell you.
Yeah, you tell me. You tell me.
So, pole in the J final is Harriet Thames from the UK. John Moriels from Belgium in the number 2. And we've got one of our Estonian drivers, Carl Volter, in car number 3, third on the grid. Dmitry Chubb from the Ukraine in the 4 full spot. And then we've got Brian Preddy from the UK. He's running in point number 5. 6th on the grid, Daniel Tunnerson from Norway. Swedish driver Victor Horsfield in the 7. Vladimir Fedorenko from the UK in the 8. Then we've got Dick Dawn in the 9 from the Netherlands. And from the UK, Miklos Sabados rounding out the back of the J final grid. Okay, these guys just coming off of the pit lane. Do their warm-up laps. Steady over the jumps. This time round, nobody wants to break it on a warm-up. Just coming past me here in the commentary booth. And you'll see these guys and girls start to come round and line up on the grid fairly soon. Here we are. Cars out to the grid.
Getting lots of go Miklos.
Of course. Just enough time to tell you that the stream you're watching is sponsored by Schumacher, Hobbywing, X-Ray, Rodog.eu and S-Works. Thank you guys, thank you for your support out there. We really appreciate your likes, shares and comments on the stream. Do get involved if you're watching, we love to hear from you. Okay, 10 seconds on the clock for your J final. Here we go. So Harriet takes us off the line. Oh, it's a wide line there for Moriels. I think he... well off the track. So our second place man has long gone now. Way back in the grid if I look through there. So Harriet out the front. Oh, catches a bubble. Champions roll. Gets it, keeps it on the wheel. So Harriet at the start of this lap has got all kinds of madness going on behind her as well as her own battles to deal with. Round the last of the hairpins, over the bridge, onto the straight she goes. Flicks it round the hairpin. Second hairpin, rolls it. Oh, does the double but can't make it stick. So that looks like it is Carl Volter now in the number 1 spot, up to the point. Leading us round, he's going to want to take it steady. He's got a bit of a cushion back to, I think that may well... Ooh. Or is that Dimitri Chubb there? We'll see as he crosses the line. We'll get this one updated as they cross the line now. Okay, it is. It is. It's Carl Volter taking us round. Well out in front. It looks like Harriet's just behind him. I say just behind him. She's had a nightmare of a crash, but he's got a Volt. Carl's gone at the top of the step down as well. So these guys throwing it all over the place, just trying to put fast laps down to get a bit of a gap. But the smooth driving is what's going to win this one. So Carl Volter, terrible crash over the first of the doubles. Let's Harriet catch back up. Oh, it's almost an overtake on the jump. Nearly did it. So over the bridge they go. Okay, so here Victor Horsfield not far behind Harriet as well. They're just in the back of the shot. So Harriet off the drop-off, chasing down Carl Volter. Volter makes it nicely over the ripples, but these guys really losing a lot of time by taking that wide line over it. They all know to stick to the left-hand side of the jump there. Double for Harriet. Makes up a lot of time over those doubles. So punches it down the straight, trying to catch Carl as she can. Single double for these guys. There you go, hits the down ramp nicely. Can't quite break it in for a tight corner there, but gets up the step up into the drop-off. So the gap now closed down a wee bit. These two fairly close together, 1 and 2 in this one. Carl Volter still leading Harriet Thames out. Oh, Carl's stuck on the hairpin. We know how much time that cost, so that is 3 seconds lost easily on this one. So Harriet Thames takes back up the front of the pack. 2 minutes 10 left on the clock. It's a long time to lead. Oh, what a move! Carl Volter comes over the top of Harriet there to take the lead. Through the ripples they go. Carl's certainly not wanting to take any prisoners here. Harriet's over, though, starting to feel the pressure a little bit. Lets Carl go. Carl catches a pipe. That would have slowed him down a bit. He's not going to want to make the same mistake as he did before, but he's having a nightmare over the double-doubles. And that has let Harriet get right back up onto him again. Round the first hairpin. Both of them roll it. Doubles for both. Nicely up the step up. Both dropping it down. Really wide line through the off-camber corner. Again, Volter just kicking it back in to make the most out of that corner into the switchbacks. Punches it up towards the step over. Double-doubles. Doesn't want to lose any time. Makes the most of the last hairpin. Over the bridge. Punches it down the straight. Harriet right behind him. There's nothing between these two. 1.5 seconds in it. Harriet doubles. Volter up to the top of the step-off. Drops down. Harriet follows him through. Both round the off-camber corner. Into the bobbles they go. Car's looking a little bit unsettled through there, but you can see how close Harriet is going through the switchbacks. We've got cars all over the place coming up in front of these two. So Harriet, now these two have got a back marker in between them. How is this going to play out with a back marker in front of Carl? Oh! Way too hard on the slipper there. He's pulled a massive wheelie. That's let Harriet right up onto him now. Both of them right together. This car in front is going to have to move out the way and let these guys race. So both coming through. I believe that is Harriet in front of Carl at the moment. Over the step over they go. Back through to the double-doubles. There we go. Carl gets stuck. There you go. It is Harriet Thames through. Carl Volter. This is it. Last lap. And I think Carl, unfortunately, by getting caught on the hairpin at the end of the double-doubles, may well have just handed the win of the J. Oh! I spoke too soon. Volter is through. He's through. That is it. Over the step, over they go. The last set of double-doubles. There's cars all over the place. Harriet goes up the inside of him. Over the bridge. Takes the win.
Wow.
Okay, there you go. I'm not too sure about that. I might have been calling Volter through there, but I think Harriet's the only one. Oh, no, he did get the 10th one. I'm not going completely mad. There you go. The timing screen's updated now, so I think it must have just missed him as he'd gone over the loops for one of those laps. So that was pretty tight at the end there for a J final. My goodness, hard fought for the win.
Cracking stuff. What fantastic finals we're having.
Of course. European Championships, Matt. European Championships.
Absolutely.
They're all going to be exciting finals, we hope. We hope. I like those finals where everybody breaks down except for me.
Yeah, that's nice when that happens. Yeah. Dan Smith has been urging Miklos to send it. Miklos has got Preddy, says Craig Gibson. Craig Gibson's also saying, come on, Harriet. Mekop says, what a wild race. Magnus Berglund says, good one, that. And Ben Tracy says, morning all, let's go. So I think Ben Tracy might be not in Europe. Might be, I'm going to say, Ben, are you in America saying good morning? Maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
Or you just... Yeah,
Are
just
they like,
nocturnal.
8 hours? 8 to
Behind,
10 hours,
yeah.
something like that.
Well, 5 to 8, I think. But yeah,
There you go.
there you go.
It's iFinal up next, I believe.
This is quite calming music, isn't it?
It is. I was just taking a drink because my throat's a little bit sore, funnily enough.
Well, these finals aren't going to help with that.
They're not, but hey, we're here to have fun, right? Not to worry about sore throats. Okay, iFinal coming up. Pole in this one, Freddie Russell, FF Racing, of course. We've got Martin Scarr, Chris Bowden from the GT podcast. Grid Talk, of course. And then we've got Bruno Vea in the 4. Lena Hutgen in the 5. Lee Charnock in the 6. Stephen, I said Sveven then. Why? But Stephen Martins in the 7. William White for Ireland in the 8. Danny Clays in the 9. And rounding out this one in the final spot is Kenny Arts in the 10. So Freddie Russell leading this one out, of course, and he is going to want a good few clean laps to start with, just to build himself a little bit of a gap. Okay, clean start for Freddie. Oh my goodness me! Chris Bowden goes up the inside of Martin Scar. I can't see whether he's made it 6th. So Freddie had a bit of a nightmare at the top of the step off there as I was looking at the names. However, he has managed to keep himself at the front of the pack. And he's going to be pushing that TLR as hard as he possibly can, but also trying to keep it rubber side down for these first few laps. So he singles. That's given Chris Bowden a chance to catch up a little bit. Let's see, as they cross the line, it is Bowden in 2nd. Bruno Vea in the 3 spots. We'll keep an eye on these guys. Oh dear, absolute nightmare for Bowden. He's gone and thrown that away. Bruno Vea moves up into the 2 spot, says thank you very much. But Freddie Russell walking away with it at the moment. We'll keep an eye on these guys back here because they are chopping and changing and ducking and diving all over the place right now. So into the step over we go. It looks like Freddie's over. Oh, no, it's not Freddie. It's not Freddie. It's another car. Whew. Man. Okay, so Chris Bowden back to the 2. Well. Okay, Lee Charnock into the 3. And keep an eye on these guys. So that's Bowden, you can see just at the front. Lee Charnock just there. Or is that the 4 of Vea? Oh, it is. It's the 4 of Vea there. 6 of Charnock in the 3 and the 4 of Vea. Those guys looking pretty racy right now. Oh, no, Charnock's thrown it off the track. Manages to keep it, though. These guys struggling a bit over the double-doubles, giving him a bit of a break. So around the hairpin they go. It is Bowden in 2nd spot. Back to Charnock. Back to Vea. Oh, nightmare. I think that was Bowden that's gone. So Bowden's dropped himself back a couple of spaces. Meanwhile, Freddie Russell is running away with it. 6.2 seconds the gap. So we know he's got 2 crashes in him before he's going to be troubled by anybody behind him. He can relax a little bit, maybe take his foot off the pedal just a touch, make sure he's getting around the track safe. You can see him there just in the distance going around the drop-off. But we're going to stick with Charnock and Vea as they go up the step up. Through the drop-off, round the off-camber corner. Oh, really wide for Charnock there. Vea had a look up the inside, couldn't make anything happen. Both of them over the ripples, okay. Through the switchbacks they go. They punch it up to the step through. All is done. Wide lines for Charnock there. He is really opening the door up, but he knows that Vea is a little way off the back of him, so he's got a bit of breathing space. There's no need to worry too much right now. Single-double for these two. No, triple. Oh, my goodness me. Charnock's over. Vea is through. Oh, Vea takes a tumble. Charnock doesn't know what to do. He's looking for the gap, but it's not there. Manages to keep himself on his wheels, but he's keeping going at the moment. Over the ripples they go. 3 and a 1. Okay, so it is Vea in the 2. Charnock in the 3 spots. Into the double-doubles. Oh, he throws it over. Can he make it? Can he hold the corner? He has. Vea's held the corner there. Lovely. So Charnock's pushed right down the outside. Oh, it looks like the inside. He's made it. Made it happen. Single double for these guys. So both of them go for it. Up the step up. Vea's backed off a bit. Both of them crash. Oh, my goodness me. That could have been a costly one for either driver there. Marshall having a nightmare trying to get to them both in time. Freddie Russell says, thank you very much. I will walk away with this one. Short of a wheel falling off Freddie's car. I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem here. So we'll drop back now to the 2 behind this. So the battle at the moment is for the 3 and the 4 spot. We have Clays in the 4, followed up by Vea. Vea's had a nightmare of a lap or so. was fighting in the toe. He's tumbled again. Vea drops back even further, so Clay's making the most of it, trying to pull a little bit of a gap. Now, we've only got 40 seconds on the clock, so we'll try and pick up Freddie Russell in a minute. We'll just watch these two through up until the end of this lap, and then we'll give Freddie a bit of credit because he's gonna have walked away with this one, really. Kept himself, drove within himself all the way through. Let's pick up Freddie on the track if we can. Let's see where he is. So, just come past me now in the commentary booth in the TLR. Single. Double for the last one. He's going to get over the line for a victory lap. I think Freddie's going to probably be the only one through for a 10. Don't think anybody else is coming through, so we'll give Freddie all the love we possibly can. All he's got to do is bring this round to the line. And Freddie Russell has taken the I-final. Over the ripples he goes, nicely through there. You can see Freddie's driving has just relaxed completely. Talented guy out there on the track. Single, goes for the double at the end with the crowd cheering him on. Over the bridge, and Freddie Russell takes the I-final. There's one for TLR.
Wow, congratulations to Freddie. Lots of people, Craig Gibson cheering on Freddie, Mark Headley and Racing, all saying go Freddie, go Fred. Lots of Freddie fans there, and he brought it home for leg one. Well, the leg for that final, the one leg, and he won it. So congratulations to him. Flying Cayman, what a good race from South Africa. And he also says, I just got into RC racing, my first TT02. No Name RC podcast has just woken up. Missed the first day final. Keenan, you can rewind. Be kind. Anyway.
That was me rewinding. Rewind.
Nice to have Keenan with us.
H final up next, though, mate. The H final is up next. Oh, the H final. Do you know what's after the H final?
Go on, tell me.
A final leg 2.
Oh,
we're not worried about that,
okay.
no. Because the important thing is the H final is coming up, and I'm telling you who's in the H final right now. Cedric Ricard is pole in the H final, Matt. Pole in the H.
Yeah.
Remy Bertrand is in the 2 spot. Eugene Galley. Heard about Eugene this week a few times. He is in the 3 spot on the grid. We've got Marcus Vea in the 4 from Estonia. The Austrian of Renny Lovetso in the 5 spot. Who have we got here? The Emperor of Everything. Martin Owen in his Schumacher is in the 6. And then we've got vent sponsor, or the feed sponsor, I suppose, sorry. Live feed sponsor of Sven Ruddick from Austria in the 7. Cedric Didier from France in the 8. Laszlo Phillips in the 9 from Belgium. And rounding us out, even though Martin Owen thought he was so much better than him, he's got in the same final as Martin, and there's Joey Cockhill rounding out the back of the grid like a missile. So we'll see how this one goes when these guys get to go off the line. Hoping for a nice clean race here.
Chris Long says, come on, Joe Cockhill, you can do it.
Woo! Go on, C-Cup.
It's warm words of encouragement.
It's nice. He heard it as well. I could see him smile a little bit. Sorry, I had to have a mouthful of Coke then. Okay, H final here we go. We're going to find 10 seconds on the clock. Okay, off they go. Ricard takes the first roller in the doubles nicely. Bertrand right behind him, not letting him sneak away with this one. Oh, Ricard down the step off seems to have got a nice little run there. A little gap as they're coming back to Ricard. Sorry, Bertrand. But the race seems to be at the as I say that, drops back a space, does Ricard, and it's Bertrand that leads us round on lap number 1. So, Bertrand, Ricard, Eugene Galley, Vea Levezzo, Ruddick, Phillips, Cockhill, Owen and Didier as they cross the line. So it is Remy Bertrand taking us round in this one. Oh man, that was a bit of a tumble, a bit of a crash fest going over the ripples there. That's given these front two a little bit of time to break away. It was a double, single, single there. Okay, so Bertrand. Back to Ricard. Then we've got Galley. So Galley's not going to want to let Ricard get away if he can possibly help it. Oh man, these guys are swapping over all over the place here at the bit further back. But we're going to keep an eye on second and third for the minute between Ricard and Galley, because this seems to be where the podium spots are. So let's follow these through. Ricard over the first double. Galley over the first double. Goes front high. Does Galley. Can't make the landing stick. He would have come through and taken that spot if he had. So Ricard, single. Doubles. Now we've seen Galley do a double on that one many times through qualifying. It'll be interesting to see if he's got the confidence to do it in the final. Oh, and Ricard's over, so Galley's through. Let's see if we can pull back, see how far he's got to Bertrand. So Bertrand just there, right there. Oh, and Galley's over. Oh no, what a nightmare for Galley. Shell off, there's batteries out and all kinds of nightmares there, and I think that is that for Eugene. He'll be pretty upset by that one, but hey, these things happen. So we will stick with Bertrand for a second. I think there might be a closer race back for the second and third spot. It's not. Second place is all on their own. So we'll drop back to third and fourth if we can. And that should be Levezzo in the 5 and Phillips in the 9. There we go, just over the step through jump they go. Let's have a look as they cross the line. Okay, so we are currently watching the battle for fourth, and that is Sven Ruddig, and it is René Levezzo there. So Sven goes down the drop-off in the number 4 spot, followed by Levezzo. Over the ripples they go. They're going to be chasing down Phillips as much as they can. Levezzo has thrown it off the track a little bit, so just flick forward to those two cars. They are, there we go. So Sven getting himself in contention, overtakes over the jump. Oh my goodness. Phillips all over the place, thrown it off the track. So we will see Sven come through. Levezzo behind him. Little way back there. We're going to flick to the front two now. There we go. You're on it. So Bertrand comes over the ripples. Not too far back is Ricard. So we'll try and keep them both in the shot if we possibly can. I know it's a long way back there, Jim, but don't worry too much. We'll keep these guys on it. So Bertrand coming round over the bridge he goes. Ricard over the bridge, down the straight. Both of them round the hairpin. There's a big gap there, really. Oh, Ricard catches the top of the jump. Bertrand makes the time up because he gets it clean. So up the step up they go. Into the drop-off. Ricard looking pretty racy here, trying to get up to the back of Bertrand. Bertrand catches a bobble. That's brought these two bumper to bumper. 1 minute to go. Oh, Bertrand's over. Oh, look at that. Gives him a little push and says, come on, mate. It's a race. Unfortunately, Ricard has paid the price there over the doubles and crashed out. So I think it's going to be this one and possibly one more. We'll see if... Oh, Bertrand's gone. That's put Ricard right back in it. I think... Who knows who's going to win this one? It is between Ricard and Bertrand. I think Ricard is in front at the moment. Bertrand's going to be chasing because he's led this one a lot. Oh, Ricard catches his wheels. He's over. Bertrand's back through. Pushes it up to the step through. Will these two get through for one more lap? Doubles. Oh, he's off the track. We've got Ricard bouncing all over the place. Nobody wants this one. They're all through for one more lap. The madness continues. It's Bertrand from Ricard. Oh, have we got that? There's Phillips on the back of them as well. Oh, they're tangled up at the top. It's chaos. Absolute chaos. And Bertrand says, thank you very much. I will take that all the way to the bank. The H final looks like it's all but done and dusted. So Bertrand, all he's got to do, he's single. He knows he's not feeling the pressure. Comes through, takes the H final. There we go. Whoo, mama. That one got a bit crazy, right?
Do these
Madness.
people not realise you need to have a voice at the end of today? Do they not realise?
I didn't have a voice
Can
at
we
the beginning of today. I'm running off of caffeine and Coca-Cola right now.
Can we just drive sensibly, please, just for one final? Can we just have one procession, just so we can have a break? Just a normal procession final.
Damn, that was good. That was damn good. I enjoyed that. Galley didn't finish the race, unfortunately, by the looks of things there. He didn't. Galley was off after a while. Martin Owen only got 8 laps in. So, Joey Cockhill. Joey Cockhill came through for the 2. How where on earth did Joe Cockhill come from? My goodness me. That's how mixed up this got in the last lap. Absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Right. The big guns are back. I am flexing in the hut here, giving the gun show. There we go. The big guns are back. A final leg number 2 is on the way. Oh my goodness, I'm excited for this one. What we don't want to happen. What we don't want to happen is for Newman to win, because then he's kind of like a little bit of an anticlimax. He's over after 2, so we want him to do well, but maybe just get a really close second.
In the nicest possible way.
In the absolutely nicest possible way. Marshall's running around.
Yeah.
So these guys now are going to be pulling their cars onto the track for a warm-up lap. You can see them go. Whew, man. Who thought an H final could be that crazy? Buzzing off of that one. That was good.
That amazing action was brought to you of an EFRA European Championship final, H final. There's 2-wheel drive, just to clarify. 1/10 electric buggy European Championships brought to you by Schumacher, Hobbywing, X-Ray, Rudog.eu and S-Works. Thanks to these guys for supporting this coverage. Wouldn't be quite the same without them, that's for sure.
No, not quite. Close, but not quite. There'd probably be a few less of us. You maybe have Nick here instead of me.
Oh, you say Nick's the budget option?
Yeah, he is the budget option, of course. Of course, he's actually, weirdly, probably the slightly less dramatic option as well at this point. Hang on a minute, I think we've got a G-main coming up here. We have got a G-main coming up. Oh my goodness me! This is a G-main, not an H-main. I'm way ahead of myself. Okay, so Peter Stein takes us round off of the pole on this one. Oh, second place man, middle coupe crashes out straight away. Sorry about that, guys. I got a little bit ahead of myself. Thought this was going to be A. It's not. The A final is up next. This is the G final. Of course it's a G final. I know what I'm doing. So Peter Stein brings us over the first of the 2 sets of doubles. The race is just behind him for the 2 spot, though. We'll see where these guys have ended up as they come over the line. So it is Stegmaier and Wynan in the 2 and the 3. Down the drop-off they go. No change at the moment between 2 and 3. And keep an eye on this one. Over the bobbles. Everybody trying to keep it as clean as they can behind them, but it is busy section of track back there. So I think we've possibly had a little bit of a change. Oh, first Peter Stein's gone. That is going to let Stegmaier come through to the lead. So it is Stegmaier from Stein back to Van, and then we've got middle coupe. But we're going to keep an eye on the front 3 here. So we've got Stegmaier, Stein and Van. Stegmaier comes around the off-camber corner. Stein has a look up the inside. Can't make anything happen at the moment. Oh, he catches the bobble. That's that wide line over the ripples. Catches out Stein. He's handed it back to Stegmaier. Sorry, catches out Stegmaier. He's handed it back to Stein. Double for both. Over the bridge. So that should be Stein Back to Stegmaier. These two broken free of the rest of the pack. Single, double. Up to the step up for both. Nothing really between them. Now Stein had a bit of a wide line going through the top of the tabletop there. Hasn't lost too much. Triple single over the ripples. Both of them cleanly through the switchbacks there. Oh my goodness. That means Peter Stein went to the right-hand side of the step-over jump, lost a huge amount of time in a crash, let Stegmaier back through. So Stegmaier to the front of the pack from Stein. Stein was our pole man, of course. He's dropped back into the 2 spot after a terrible crash on that last lap. Up the step-up they go into the drop-off round the off-camber corner. Stein has a look up the inside, can't make anything happen. Has another look onto the bobbles. These two over it safely, both staying on their wheels. But during the battle, the rest of the pack seems to be catching up out there. Oh, my goodness me. Stein over again on the step-up. He's really struggling on that jump. I think Stegmaier knows it. He's probably trying to push him out a little bit wide on that one. Knows that the car is unsettled when it lands. He's dropped Stein now. He's way off of it now. Really pushed himself back. So we've got 2 minutes 10 left in this one. Stegmaier over the ripples. We've got Stein just in the background there. Not too sure if he's made it clean or not. We'll see in a second. He does. Comes up to the step over. Double for Stegmaier. Let's just drop back to see where we are with Stein. So drop back one car if we can. There he is. So there's Stein. That was poleman. Does the 3 singles rather than a single double. Trying to play it safe and just keep it on its wheels, I would imagine. Behind him we have Van, of course. Not looking to do too much in the way of damage towards Stein as it stands. Hoping he's going to make a couple more mistakes on that step-over jump, but gets through cleanly. Has a funny bounce off the last of the doubles there. So we've got a bit of a battle behind that between Van and Castaldo. Those two there, fairly close on the track. Doubles for both. No messing on the step-up. Oh, dear me. Van gets caught on the inside corner. That's left Castaldo catch back up a little bit. Triple single for both. Lovely line through there for both of them, keeping the cars settled. All 4 wheels on the track. Both of them make it over the step-over. Roller. Doubles. Oh, and Stein's gone. Sorry, Van is gone. We'll see how they are as they come through the line. Castaldo through. So, Castaldo now to the 3. Front 2 have broken away a little bit. The battle here is for the final podium spot. Van gets himself all out of shape going through the corner tabletop there. We'll see how they do on the ripples. Oh my goodness, both of them out of shape. Van kicks the back end out, and that has put him back into the clutches of Peters, who's just behind him there. So where Peters has come from, goodness knows. But he's right, oh, and he's gone through. Van's dropped back to another one. Peters catches the corner on the inside of the straight. Nobody makes it stick. So who have we got there? It looks like it is Stegmaier still out in front from Stein. Back to Castaldo, back to Peters, back to Van, Wynan, Middelkoop. Oh, Middelkoop's dropped right back, so it's Didier Alt, Middelkoop and Panissar. We are with our second and third placed cars. It might be first, second and third there, I think. It is. Stein takes it. Castaldo second. No, sorry, Stegmaier takes it. Castaldo second. Stein third. Peters in the 4. Van Katwijk in the 5. Wynan in the 6. Didier 7. Alt in the 8. Middelkoop in the 9. And Panissar in the 10. A little bit mixed up on that one. Obviously the crazy start, thinking that was the A final. It wasn't. My fault there. Sorry, everybody. But
we were just so excited.
Race nonetheless.
I think we were just a bit excited, weren't we?
We were. Of course. But you know what it is now? You know what's going on.
I don't know to believe you this time. Are you crying wolf? Is it really?
I might just be crying in a minute. But it is A final number 2 next. So if you've tuned in for A final number 2 5 minutes ago, that wasn't it. This next race is A final number 2 of the 2-wheel drive EFRA Euros for 1/10 off-road for 2023. It's A final number 2, and brought to you by Schumacher, Hobbywing, X-Ray, Ruddock.eu and S-Works. We're RC Racing TV. I'm Matt Guppy, your commentator for the whole week, if I can manage to get up in the morning. We've also got Matt McCallum there over in the UK doing some wonderful wizardry. Hiya, Matt.
Yo. Hello.
We've got Wonder Jim up on the camera, bringing you all of the wonderful shots you've seen so far this week. We've got Frank McKinney wandering around like an absolute lunatic, snapping shots left, right and centre for the YouTube and Facebook and social media nonsense that we've got out there, which is all over the place. Oh, sure, James Parry's floating around somewhere. Sure, he's floating around somewhere. But anyway, that's the crew for the week. There you go, you can see these guys for the A final number 2 up on the rostrum, just getting themselves as relaxed as they can be. Orlowski, Van Helmen there, flicking through his phone, having a quick look on Facebook, tagging a few peeps. You know how it is. There you go, Carrot's giving us a nice view of his face.
No Name RC Podcast is saying, let's go Orlowski. He's cheering for Orlowski to make it exciting. So he's in with the same, let's have a different winner for this final. So it goes to the third leg. La Fille Chocolate says, who win the first A final? Well, that was Johan Neumann. Craig Gibson says, come on Bruno. Rimfire just sends loads of thumbs up emojis. Tara Ivonen says, you really have the best way to make excellent coverage. Thank you. Oh, that's so kind of you. That's incredibly kind.
Destroying my voice. Doing
yes. For your art. For your art. Gazebo40 says, let's go. Chris Long says, we need more finals just like that. And Ashley Cott says, C-Cup is my hero.
Is he? Wow.
So...
set your targets low, and then you always hit them.
Reentra says, go Wesley. We've got Wesley. We've got Wesley fans. We've got Yawn fans. Mark Hedling Racing saying, let's go Yawn. Ami SMB, great to see Yawn back at the sharp end.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Of course.
Driver introductions now. So it's driver introductions now. Do we want to have a look at the actual grid? Do you want to walk up the grid and talk us through the cars on the grid? Should we try and do that? Is that a bit ambitious? Should we see how it goes?
I mean, it's going to mean Jim coming off of the thing with the camera and then going back up there. I think it might be a little bit much. Maybe we could just get them coming out and being clapped,
or
there he is. There's Orlowski's car in the 2 spot. Marcus Carup in the 3 in the Associated. Davide Ongaro in the Associated in number 4. And we've got Wesley Van Helmen Schumacher. Wesley obviously familiar with the track, done incredibly well this week. Of course, that is Burak Killick in the Yokomo. 7th, Clement Boda in the S-Works. Hoping to capitalise on Jorn's setup, I'm sure. And then we've got the Schumacher of Daniel Kobovic. And the X-Ray. Oh, my goodness me, you would have shot me then. Alexander Landon in the 9 in the Associated. And then Bruno Coelho rounding out the grid in his X-Ray.
That's what they look like anyway.
That is what they look like.
Many thank you to Schumacher, Hobbywing, X-Ray, Rudog.eu and S-Works for supporting this coverage of the EFRA 2-wheel drive European Championships off-road. There'll be some more finals throughout the week because we've got 4-wheel drive kicking off tomorrow. We'll be crowning, maybe after this race, we'll be crowning European champion. Or maybe they'll go to 3. You never know. We live in hope.
We're going to go to 3.
I'm sure it's going to be exciting.
I mean, it's literally one mistake away from it going to 3.
But I don't know if Jorn's made any.
No, it didn't in the last one, I don't think. Maybe one small one, but I think he had the gap. Oh, it's a shame.
No Name
guys
RC
listen to
podcast says Orlowski with the Terminator sunglasses. GEQQOTV. Let's go Sweden and Alexander Landen. Go Wes, says Peter Beja. Team RC 3D Prints. Is there no Losi drivers there? Don't think so.
Yeah, there is.
Yes, there is. Oh, there is. Okay.
Freddie Russell won his final.
So there you go. There is. 6Q lit greetings from burning Barcelona. Amazed to see people in hoodies there where they're at 40 plus degrees. Good luck, everyone. Jens Otto Fredriksson, go Kerup. And Tara's going to be much more diplomatic and say good luck to all of the drivers.
Everyone's a winner, eh? Everyone's a winner as long as they came first. So this will be Marcus Carrot. Current four-wheel drive European champion Marcus Carrot takes his spot up on the rostrum there. Here he is, Orlowski the Terminator. Looking to take down the might of Johan Newman in this one. Carrot's going to want to be doing the same as well. In fact, who isn't going to be wanting to? Hey, who doesn't want to win the A final right now? Just to push it out to the third leg. And here he is, pole man, on his way up. It's, I'm guessing these guys then, as they called them up in reverse order, would have put their spaces down up on the rostrum in the first leg. And then they'll just be going into kind of where they were. There he is, pole man. Hugely confident in his car. All right. It's close now, isn't it? It's really, really close now. 6 or 7 minutes time, we could be crowning a new two-wheel drive European champion. And we certainly will be crowning a new two-wheel drive champion at some point today, because Tommy Hall, current two-wheel drive champion, is third in the B. Not that's a bad thing. I'd never make the B final, but I'm sure Tommy would have loved to have had the opportunity to defend that title. So, warm-up lap's been done. These guys finding their way down onto the grid now. Oh, this is exciting. So Jorn taking his place up onto the front of the pack. So Jorn, Orlowski and Kerup just to the right there on the very corner. That blue car, that is Davide Ongaro. So the front three know they have an ex-European champion right behind them all. Okay. Here we go then. Here we go. A main number 2 on its way. 10 seconds on the clock. Hush descends over the arena. And away we go. So Newman safely over the first set of jumps. Orlowski, Kerup, and of course Ongaro right behind him. Van Helmen just behind Ongaro there. You can just see him in the shot. But instantly you can see the pace that Jorn's got. He's opened up a gap on Orlowski already. All these guys over the bridge onto the main straight. I think everybody pretty much in order as it goes through. Everyone in grid order. All the way down to Coelho at the back. So Newman brings us round over the ripples for the second time. Makes it through nicely. Orlowski has a nicer line through there for sure. Both sticking to the left-hand side of that jump. Every one of these drivers will be going over there to keep the cars flat. Orlowski catches a bit of a back end, so the wheel pops up. Loses a little bit of time there. Not letting Newman... Oh, Newman's had a nightmare. Catches the barrier. Hits Orlowski. Dropped him back into 4th. So it is now Orlowski, Kerup, Ongaro, Newman. Newman did not want that to go. Tried to get back up the inside of Ongaro. Ongaro's all over the place trying to defend, but Orlowski's right at the front with Kerup. Now these two, they are going to want to put the pedal down because Ongaro's going to be defending from Newman. So that is going to let the gap open up to the 3 and the 4 car. We'll keep an eye on Orlowski and Kerup for the time being. Round they go, but with that, Newman is through into the 3. Kerup is going to be feeling the multi-European champion on the back of his neck. Breathing down his shirt. Oh, there you go. Kerup's had to single it. Orlowski's got away. So we could be seeing this go to a 3-legger. But I'll tell you what, let's stick with second and third because Kerup is being hunted down by the massively talented Newman. Round the off-camber corner they go. Flick it through into the bobbles. Both through safely. Ongaro sticking right with them. Waiting for his moment to pounce by the looks of it. Over the doubles they go. Oh, man, Newman caught the barrier there. Let Kerup slip away just a little bit, but you'll see the pace of Newman come back into this really, really quickly. Kerup on the step up. Newman steps up nicely. Ongaro steps up with them. All 3 of them round the off-camber corner. Orlowski just trying to manage that gap back to Kerup. He does not want him catching him up now, so Orlowski is going to be pushing as hard as he can, but keeping it on its wheels. Orlowski's through, over the bridge. A little jump for Orlowski as he goes through. Then we have Kerup. Then we've got Newman. Then we've got Ongaro right behind the 3 of them. Steps up to the corner tabletop, does Kerup. Orlowski seems like he's managing that gap pretty well. The next 3, no, they all have some serious pace around them. Oh, my goodness. There you go, there's Newman gone. Newman's gone, he's gone into 4th. Ongaro's gone through for the 3rd spot. So Ongaro now free to chase down Kerup if he possibly can. So the 15-year-old now looking to catch Orlowski. Ongaro looking to catch Kerup if he possibly can, but they're all through the step-ups nice and safely. Round the off-camber corner they go. Orlowski, lovely line through the kickers there. Into the switchbacks. Follows Marcus Kerup. Into the doubles they go. Double-double. Double-double for both of them. Oh, Newman's over again. Ongaro's over. A bit further back from what you can see. It's all happening in front of me here. So let's drop back from these 2 onto the pack a little bit. You can see these guys. Look at the bunch there. You've got Ongaro. I'm not sure who that is in the middle of them there. Is that Van Helmen? It's not. It is. It may well be Van Helmen. Oh, okay. And with that, whilst we're looking at that, Orlowski's had a nightmare. Kerup's gone through to take the front of the pack for a minute. We'll stick with this pack at the back because Kerup's got a massive gap to Orlowski now. We've got about 45 seconds on the clock. And I don't think, unless Kerup makes another mistake, I don't think Orlowski's going to catch him at this point. However, the battle now is back here. Van Helmen's gone over. Absolute nightmare. So I've just had Kerup come past me in the window. Now we've got Newman there trying to defend against Coelho and Landon. Little bit further forwards. we've got Van Helmen, Ongaro. Absolutely crazy. So there you go. That's Ongaro through. Van Helmen just behind him. These two. This is for the final spot on the podium. Ongaro's over. Van Helmen goes through. And that is right there is Newman's come right back onto the back of Van Helmen. So can Newman do anything about this to scrape through and get the third and final spot on the podium? So it looks like Marcus Kerup's taking this one. Ongaro's Kerup in second. Who's going to come through for the third spot? It looks like Newman's got it. Looks like Newman had it on the line. He did. Oh, man. So we go to 3 legs of the A final. The racing gods have answered us, Matt. They answered us. They knew, they heard our prayers.
Oh, is Frank going to be ready with an interview?
Let's see if Frank's up there. He is. There we go. Let's swap over to Frank.
Just took it nice and calmly, waited for the mistakes, and it happened. I don't know what to say with everything going on. It's a super hard track, but making it happen, it feels so good. Let's see if it can happen again in the next one.
So clean run, very, very important for everyone in the top 5, probably.
It is. You have no mistakes to make. It's a hard game out here, so yeah, we'll see in the next one.
Excellent run. Good luck in the last race.
Thank you.
That is one happy young chap right there. He knows if he can take the next one, he's a double European champion at the age of 15. Have some of that.
Wow.
Well. We wanted it to happen in the right way, and it did. You can see how costly a mistake can be. And then these guys, just like everybody else, once they've made a mistake out on track there, they push and they push and they push, and that's where the mistakes just start stacking up. So.
Is that right? Is that right on our screen? That's how things stand right now. As things stand.
And that seems like it's it.
Neumann and Orlowski are level.
Yeah, so in the first race, Newman got a 1. In the second race, he got a 3. So totals of 3, 4. And then we've got Orlowski with a 2 and a 2, which gives him 4. So they are joint first at the moment. And we've got Kerup with a 1 and a 4, which gives him the 5 points. 3 and a 5. So just so that you viewers understand at home, the first number there is the leg. The second number is the finishing position. So if you look at Jorn's numbers there, he's got a 1 and a 1 for the first leg win, 2 and a 3 for the second leg, where he got third spot. And that's where you get your points from. Your 2 best runs over the 3 will give you the total amount of points. Lowest points wins. Pretty simple, he says. Right. Who have we got next, Matt? I reckon it's a G final, don't you?
I was thinking it would be the F.
Oh, hang on a minute, because we have the G final. Oh, okay. Do you know what I'm looking at? You know what I'm doing, don't you?
What are you doing?
What I'm doing here. I'm looking at the Marshall list. And obviously the Marshall list is one ahead of the...
Or one behind.
F final up next. Of course it's the F final up next. Kind of madman would think it was any other way around. Okay, so in this one, pole in the F is Michael Katzmeyer from Austria. Harley Eldridge from Great Britain in the 2. Kim Stidensky from Germany in the 3. We've got Victor Asak from Norway in the 4. Christian McConaughey from Austria in the 5. Brent Daniels from Belgium in the 6. Marco Stallman from the Netherlands in the 7. Victor Levenko from the Ukraine in the 8. And we've got Jonas Martens from Belgium in the 9 car. And rounding out this one is Thomas Lepap in the 10. Okay, so everybody's lined up on the grid. wait for everybody to get in their positions. Just wait for some marshals to come out now. Obviously, where we've got the swap around of the A finals in between, marshals have to walk off and you get different marshals marshalling. It's one of those things. So I think that's the last one going out there.
Oh, is someone getting told off?
As told off as anybody gets in an RC race. It always feels a lot worse than it really is. Okay, so F final, 10 seconds. Michael Katzmir on pole. Harley Eldridge is going to be wanting to put some pressure on straight away. Off they go. Harley shuts the door. There we go. So Katzmir, Eldridge. Oh man, that was that overjump Bruno was telling you about. We got a little bit of a mix-up behind because of that, and we'll get them as they come through the line. But as it stands, 1 and 2. Katzmir and Eldridge going through, both cleanly through. See how they get on the doubles. Oh my goodness. Oh, Katzmir's caught himself up. Eldridge is through. Harley's gone through. Okay, so Harley Eldridge in the 1 spot. Asak takes up the 2, Statensky in the 3, Wukonig in the 4, Stallman, Katzmir, Lepap, Benko, Daniels and Martins round us out. But it is Harley Eldridge to the front of the pack in this one, followed up by Asak. Not going to be too far behind there. Harley's made it over there. Oh, Asak's thrown it away. Oh, caught another car going over, so he's managed to retain the position. It's not. It's the Statensky and Wukonig that have gone into 2 and the 3. My goodness me. Katzmir is way back now, skidding all over the place. So let's watch the battle for 2nd and 3rd for a minute. It's Statensky in the 2, Wukonig in the 3rd position. Oh, Statensky all over the place. It's Katzmir through. Oh, and they've got tangled up. Oh, no, wait for the marshal. You know, it's just going to waste your time if you do that. Oh, madness. And we've got Statensky. I think that's Statensky over. Jeez, I just had the biggest hornet fly at me then. That was a bit scary. Okay, Wukonig in the 2 is who we're watching now, followed up by Asak. Oh, Asak catches it. He's over. He's over. Not too sure who that is behind at the moment. Everybody all over the place as we're going through this one. So we'll just watch these. I think that is Asak there. Oh, man, the chaos is happening. Asak's out of it. He's dropped right back now. So we'll see where they are as they cross the line. Eldridge in the 1. It is Wukonig taking 2nd spot. Eldridge way, way out in front. Wukonig's going to try and do something about that if he can, but it's a big, big gap to catch up now. Eldridge triple single out of the ripples. Into the switchback she goes. Punches it up to the step over. Keeps it nice and flat going over there. Roller, double. Singles it on the last one. As Martin Owen said, if you catch that dodgy line, you are just much safer. Singling out of the last double to make sure you come through on your wheels, and Harley has done exactly that. Maybe she was listening to him on the stream, who knows? But Harley takes us through the drop-off. Round the off-camber corner, flicks it back into the bubbles. Let's see how she gets on here. Okay, flicks the back end up a little bit, but nothing to worry about there. Oh, she's caught. Go back. There you go. You've missed it up towards the end. Here's that muscle memory of following the cars, eh, Jim? You think they're going to be there, and then they stop all of a sudden, and you're off down the track without them. But Eldridge still manages to keep it out in front. 180 over the first, into the second set of doubles there. Hops up into the back tabletop. Wukonig right there, ready to capitalise if he possibly can, but the gap is still there. So we'll keep an eye on these two, try and keep as much of them in the screen as we possibly can, but obviously focus on Harley there at the front. So Harley over the first doubles, second doubles done. No messing this time, no singles for either of them. Over the bridges, into the main straight. And the second little straight, the backup straight, we may as well call that. Single-double for both of them. It certainly is. Lovely downslope for Wukonig there. That was a lovely jump. So both round the nasty off-camber corner. Oh, Eldridge catches a bobble on the landing, but Wukonig does the same out of sympathy. Says, there you go, have your gap back. Punches it up to the step over. Let's see, double. Oh, double, single for Waconic. So that is going to let Harley break away just a little bit here. 49 seconds on the clock. We'll stick with Harley. She's done incredibly well to hold this together. It's going to be this one and one more. So, pretty sure Waconic's going to get through as well. There is a big old gap, but one crash can make all of the difference. So, Eldridge over the roller. First double. Singles it to keep it safe. Flicks around the hairpin, over the bridge, onto the main straight. Down and round the hairpin, nice and safely for the last time. Single double. Now Harley is just going to want to keep it on its wheels now. Back markers there are always going to make you feel a little bit nervous. So do you slow down and stick behind them? No, they both really, really nicely crash out of the way like the parting of the seas. Harley Eldridge comes through. Double, round the last hairpin, over the bridge, and punches it over the line for the win of the F final. There you go, your winner, Harley Eldridge from the UK. Koenig takes second spot. Asak into third for this one. Some great racing there. Incredible drive from Harley to keep that one out the front for as long as she did. Whew. That's your F final.
That must mean it's E next.
Well, you'd think so, but I've been fooled by these sheets before.
To my handy alphabet I keep with me at all times.
Yeah, just a little one of those. You remember those little things that used to print the letters on like a bit of sticky plastic?
Yeah.
You could make your
like
own
a
sort
label
of labels.
maker.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I should have just said like a label maker, but I didn't. You've got one of them, I expect, stuck on the back of your wrist like a bracelet, haven't you? With the alphabet on it.
Absolutely.
You're not answering.
Absolutely. Thank you to Schumacher, Hobbywing, X-Ray, S-Works and Rudog.eu for your support of this event. This is the EFRA 1/10th Buggy European Championships, the two-wheel drive class. This is finals day, and there's not much of finals day left, only to crown the champion, because we got our wish, didn't we? It went to 3 A-finals. So Orlowski's not Orlowski, sorry, Jorn is nudged ahead just because they are level on points, but he has slightly faster time. But yeah,
well,
it's
I think
all to play for.
Is he? Oh no, because Orlowski's got a 1 as well, wasn't he? Oh no, Carrot's got a 1.
So yeah, but Jorn, they're level on points, but Jorn has a faster time, so I think that brings him slightly ahead. But it's all going to change again in the next race. I did not see that accident happening. I didn't see that come in as bit because Jorn's been driving so smooth and so cleanly all week. But then he just hit the barrier, didn't he, and just got wedged.
Yeah, can happen to the best of them, you see. Even a multi European champion like Jorn, 7-time off-road 10th scale European champion, I might add. Not including other classes. Because otherwise Frank will be all you know. Oh God, he's here.
Don't forget 12 scale.
We have Frank on the camera then. No one even knew.
It was Frank with the muscle memory.
Oh, it was Frank. Ah, no, there you go. That's why. Yeah, there you go. That's why what? Say again, Frank.
That's why what?
I was just saying. I was saying it was Jim that had gone off of the focus there, but obviously we berated Wonder Jim for losing the cars. It was Frank McKinney.
Well, considering that was my very first time following any cars, I think I did all right.
You did incredibly well, and I'm proud of you, Frank. Okay, E-final. And on pole, Jens Becker. Second on the grid, Julian Ferrandis. And then we've got Sylvain Gallo Selva in the 3 spots. Roman Lapap in the 4. Elias Jordan in the 5. Kay Koenig in the 6. Joran de Weerd in the 7. Marian Baresh in the 8. And we've got Alexandra Dobrosis in the 9 spot. And Nino Altmaninger in the 10 to round out the group. Okay, 10 seconds on the clock. Jens Becker at the front there. Ferrandis just behind. Off they go. Clean start. Ferrandis shuts the door. Okay, these guys just want this first one to go clean. Oh, I thought that duck up the inside might have caught the wall. We'll stick with the front there. There's all kinds of chaos going on behind, but not too worried about that at the moment. We need to just keep an eye on this front battle. Those two right up on each other. So, Becker and Ferrandis take us through over the doubles for the first time in the E-final. And it is Becker. Back to Ferrandis. Both of them down the straight. Single doubles, of course, as we've come to expect. Everybody fairly tight. There's not much between them at the moment. And a bit of a change behind, but we'll stick with the battle for the lead. So Becker goes over. Whoa, that was pretty tight next to the cone of justice there. Makes it through. Both of them over the step over nicely. Double. Oh, pushes for the second double to make sure that time isn't lost. So Becker through. Ferrandis through. Ferrandis in front, sorry. Calling them out the wrong way round. Not even sure when that happened, but it is Ferrandis that's taking us round at the moment. So it goes super wide. Becker up the inside, catches the car, tips them both over, and that has put them right back into the clutches of Gallo. Oh my goodness, everybody's over. It's gone all over the place. We don't know who's where. There's crashes going on all over. No one wants this one. Doubles done. Let's see who this is. I think that's Gallo. I know it's not. It's Yolan de Weerd from Jordan. So de Weerd takes us round. Okay, de Weerd up to the step up. Gets the drop off done. It's Jordan just behind him there in the 5. So the 7 and the 5. Big winner here for de Weerd from the 7 to the 1 spot. Punches it up to the step over. Nicely over there for de Weerd. Double. Oh, just makes the next double. Now, the car behind him, who was, I think that was Jordan, Elias Jordan there behind him, was crashed out. So it is now Kay Koenig. Up to the 2. We'll stick with de Weerd for the minute. I think Koenig is going to be doing everything to chase down de Weerd. Not a lot between them, really. One bobble or crash will put de Weerd right into the clutches of Koenig. Doubles. Oh, and there's your crash. There's your moment. Koenig right in it now. So de Weerd punches it down the straight as hard as he possibly can. Hits the first single. Doubles it out. Off we go up to the step up. De Weerd drops down. Koenig right there. Both round the off camber. Flicking it back into the bobbles. Okay, a little bit shaky through there for both, but both make it through clean. Over the step over they go. First double done, second doubles, both done, both over clean. De Weerd down the straights. First roller, punches it into the double, flips it over. So let's see, where's Koenig? Where's Koenig, sorry. Oh, Koenig's gone through. Koenig's gone through, De Weerd over. Gave that place away completely. So Koenig to the front now. Here we go. So a minute and a half on the clock. It is Koenig out in front. Probably about half a second on De Weerd at the moment. Can't see him in the back of the picture. There we go. He's just crept in. Did a single. Lost a bit of time there on Koenig. So we've got 1:23. You can see on the clock there. It is 1.3 seconds between them. A second back to Elias Jordan from De Weerd as well. So, a nightmare for De Weerd's gone over. So Elias Jordan into the 2. Koenig says thank you very, very much. Well, I'll take that nice safety barrier. And I will play it safe all the way through. So you can see Koenig there safely over the doubles. Elias Jordan over the bridge, down the line. De Weerd follows through. Single double for both. Both of them safely through. De Weerd really pushing hard though, probably losing a bit of time there. You can see Koenig's maybe playing it a little bit too safe at the moment. Maybe the nerves are kidding. Oh, but Jordan's over. De Weerd's back through into the 2. So De Weerd's going to be pushing at this point. He wants that number 1 spot back off of Koenig if he can catch up and get it. Oh no, absolute nightmare for De Weerd. And hits the corner as well to be put right back into the clutches of Elias John. Elias John's thrown it away at the end of the straight. What's going on? No one wants this second spot. There you go. De Weerd up to the top of the step off. Down into the off-camber corner. We got 4 seconds. Let's go on to the front of this one because I think we're pretty much tied here. Koenig, after a treacherous battle out on track, brings it round the final corner. Over the bridge it goes. Finish it, takes the win. So Kai Koenig in the 6-1 for the E final win for 10th Buggy. My goodness me, that one was a mixed bag for sure. The only thing we were missing there was a downpour of rain. My God.
Don't speak too soon.
I can't help it. I get into it. I'm sorry.
We did have some spots very, very earlier in the day, but it's held off. Yeah, after you got here, it's held off.
Yeah. I did thaw.
With your hammer?
Yeah, it's Tweety Pies here.
You thought you thaw?
I think we caught it on camera actually this morning when it was coming down a little bit, and it was only like through a couple of sort of heats, and then it wasn't a lot of rain, so it dried up pretty quick. But it's bone dry out there now. You saw me earlier rub the track.
Lots of X-Works racers in this one. It's half the field.
There are.
Certainly not Kyosho.
Well, this is going to be the D final. That is one of the craziest D finals I think I've ever witnessed. I love it. Love it.
Oh, Frank's here. Is Frank here?
Hello.
Yeah, Frank's here. Frank's been here for ages.
He did turn up late, but that's because he was at Goodwood. So it's D final. Are we going to go interviews? C, B,
yes.
A?
Yes.
Should we say?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we will. I'm going to push him out the door, make him do it. He's looking far too comfortable with that headset on, if you ask me. Hey, but look,
it's only when you're uncomfortable on the bathroom floor.
Oh my God, that was hideous. When you were knocking on the hotel room door this morning.
I mean, not to toot my own horn, but is there anything I haven't done today?
My goodness. That was pretty hideous. Frank was knocking on my door this morning at like sort of 7 o'clock to go down for breakfast. And my answer to him wasn't probably the best or admittable on air, but at that point I was in a quite a considerable
you were having
amount of pain.
You were having a crying game moment in the shower.
That was horrible this morning. Absolutely horrible. Okay, D final. It is Pekko Ivanen.
Pekko!
In the number 1 spot, Rick Hamers is going to take up the 2. Tim Tibel in 3. Valentin Puziat, sorry. Goodness me, swap the T and the Z round. In the 4 spot, Archie Bowman in the 5. Harry Mears in the 6. Dan Pohl in the 7. 3 youngsters from the UK there. And we've got Halvor Gran in the 8.
Halvor.
Antonio Kowalski in the 9. And Tom Becker rounding us out on this one. Okay, all drivers are lined up on the grid. 10 seconds on the clock. Here we go. So let's see what Pekko's got in the tank here. Hamers is going to be right up there as soon as we go out the block. So Hamers shuts the door straight away, right up on Pekko. Oh my goodness, that landing was a nightmare. I think Pekko's managed to hang on to that there. I think that's Pekko's car. I think he's just managed to hang on to the... Oh, he hasn't. He's caught the bobble. Oh, my goodness. So, Pekko, the big loser on this one so far. Oh, and he's gone over on the first double. That's put him right back. I think this one's virtually going to be out of sight for it now, but it's Puziat out the front. Dan Pohl in the 2. Harry Mears in the 3. So, there we go. 1 and 2, Pusiat and Pole. Round they go round the off-camber corner, flicks it through to go over the ripples. Harry Meir crashes out behind them. Harry Meir, sorry. So, Pole over the first double. Pusiat right behind him. He'll be putting as much pressure on Daniel as he possibly can, but Daniel has come a long, long way in his racing over the last few years. He's going to be keeping it as clean as he possibly can. He knows the score here, knows how to win a race. So all Dan's got to do now is keep himself nice and calm, keep himself in front of that Pusiat car. Oh, it's Pusiat in front, it's Dan behind now. They've swapped over. My goodness me, this is madness. Up to the step over they go. Pusiat takes us over the doubles. Let me just catch them as they go over the line a minute. So Pusiat, Pole, 0.7 of a second between them. Nothing really, so Pusiat over the doubles first, Pole second. Really similar looking cars, I think that's why I've got the colour schemes mixed up there. Okay, round they go. So Pusiat from in the 4 car. Oh, jumps out wide. Daniel Pole makes the most of that, says thank you very much. So Dan biding his time there. First double done. Over the second double for Dan. Over the bridge he goes. Punches it through the line. So Dan Pole to the front of the pack. He's reversed it from the last lap. It is 0.7 of a second between them. Exactly the same the other way round last time through. Pusiat's made a bit of a mistake on the top of the corner tabletop. That's given Dan a slight cushion there to get away. Oh, Cone of Justice gets Dan. He's been marshalled back in front of him. Craziness. So Pusiat's right there. I think that's Kowalski right behind these two, waiting to pounce if she possibly can. Oh, she's done it. Splits them like the Red Seas. Off they go down the line. It's Kowalski in front. Pole right up behind her. So Daniel is going to want to push as hard as he possibly can, but he has got the Austrian national junior champion there in front of him. Daniel catches the pole. Oh my goodness me. So it's Kowalski out in front. She goes over the bobbles nicely. I think that is possibly Dan Pole in the 2 now. So we'll see as they come over the line. So there's Kowalski. I think that's Dan Pole. We'll see as he goes through. It is Dan Pole. Pusiat's right behind him. So we'll try and keep those two out if we can. So the front 3, if we can try and keep them in whilst we've got the corners going on, that'll be ace. Okay, Kowalski over the ripples. Wide line over there. Pole comes through. Cuts it tight over the cone of justice. Kowalski through over the roller into the double doubles. Kowalski over the bridge, Pole over the bridge, Pusiat over the bridge. All of them down the straight safely. Now Daniel has caught up to the back of Kowalski. Kowalski's a little bit quicker over the single-double section. Into the off-camber corner they go. So the ripples. Oh, Dan getting thrown a little bit far out of the ripples there. Lost quite a bit of time to Kowalski. It was 0.9 of a second last time across the line. But Kowalski has to single out of the last double, and that's put Dan Pole right up behind her. 54 seconds on the clock. It is going to be this one and likely to be one more for these guys and girls out there. So Kowalski knows how to keep the pressure on for the guys behind by keeping their lines clean and tight. Here we go, over the ripples they go. Dan Pole touches the cone of justice, gets away with it this time. He's cutting that really, really tight over there. Pushes right up onto the back of Kowalski. They're both through the double doubles, but Dan Pole forces the issue, makes it through clean. What a move for Dan. Oh my goodness me. So down the straight they go. This is going to be the final lap for these two. So Dan Pole and Tony Kowalski. Off they go round the off-camber corner. Oh, Kowalski catches the back of him. Waits for Pole, of course, as you would expect it to. Over the ripples, down, Pole throws it away. Oh, it's going to give it to Kowalski. All she's got to do now is get over the step over the roller, the doubles. Singles it to keep it safe. Over the bridge, and Antonio Kowalski takes it. Dan Pole brings it home second, and Hamer's in third. What a race to the line. That was a race, right?
They're still not finished. There's 2 cars you have to finish.
They're finished now. Oh, Pekka Ivanen from the 1 to the 9.
Yeah,
what a nightmare.
We'll see him in a few weeks in the large-scale off-road, though.
There we go. D final. Baboon. Your C final up next, Matt. Frank?
Yeah, I'm just at the end. I'll shoot
I
off
wasn't
during
saying to
this
go.
race. I will, though.
I was just hoping for an answer. I think Matt's gone for a natural break.
Yeah, we'll be popping over the... Hopefully, whoever... If I don't know them, and I probably don't, they'll do some sort of victory sort of movement. Like, yes, you know, like the tiger arm pump. And I can go, that guy probably won. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, all right.
Hi.
Enjoy your race, mate. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah. Feel confident for it. In the four-wheel drive. If the track layouts are different. It will be. You got this beast. You got this beast to go.
So there we have our drivers lined up for the C final. MISMB said, what a move. Victor says, from 9 to 1, nice. Mekop, smooth and steady, wins again. I didn't see a lot of smooth or steady.
I didn't see a lot of smooth and steady either. Frantic coupled with mayhem is what I saw out there.
The pass going over the double-doubles, that was absolutely no touching. What was it, like 2 or 3 laps from the end? There was no touching. I was watching that very closely. Because that usually sideways, or like side by side going into over there, something like that is just a recipe for disaster.
Okay, so these guys now lining themselves up. C final on the way. Elias Johansson in the 1, Josh Holdsworth in the 2, Neil Cragg in the 3, Hubert Honegel in the 4, Ben Smith in the 5, Jesper Rasmussen in the 6, and we've got Florent Gallant in the 7, Sam Powell's in the 8, Baptiste Roach in the 9, and Mortis Lautenbach in the 10 spot. And don't forget, we're brought to you today by Schumacher Hobby Wing X-Ray and Rodog.eu. Okay, looks like we're going to get 10 seconds on the clock. Okay, off they go. So, Holdsworth looks racy right from the very get-go. Johansson keeps it together, though. Round the off-camber. Holdsworth right behind. Johansson cutting it tight past the cone of justice. Both cleanly through the switchbacks, but Johansson clearly with a turn of pace in that car, immediately out the blocks. We all know that Josh Holdsworth is no slouch in a buggy, so he's going to be pushing as hard as he possibly can to catch Elias back up. But Johansson there seems to be just increasing that gap corner after corner at the moment. We know how quickly this can change. They look really close there, but as they go down that bit of a straight at the back, 1.2 between them last time round. We'll see what the gap is. It's definitely not 1.2 this time round. There we go, almost halved it, so 0.7 of a second between them. These two are going to be going at it, hoping the other one's going to make a mistake. So Elias hoping for a mistake to give him a bit of a break, but nothing doing there, so both punching it through. That car has got plenty of punch in it from Johansson. Oh, Holdsworth's off the track. And there's the mistake, there's the break that Johansson needed, just to let that pressure off just a bit, just so that he can relax into the jumps and the corners. Make sure he's keeping the lines nice and clean. Doesn't want to overshoot it like that, though. That would have wasted a fair bit of time. So Holdsworth pushing as hard as he possibly can. Gets over the ripples. Oh, he's jumped off the track. Johansson lets Holdsworth close back up with that dodgy bit of a jump there. Just that one moment could have made all the difference. So Holdsworth now feeling a little bit more confident to push. Oh, and there you go. Johansson's caught on the barrier. Holdsworth through. Johansson round. Right there, though. Marshall was pretty quick to pick that one up. Over the ripples they go into the switchbacks. They both punch it up to the step over. 1 and 2 punch it through. Over the double-doubles, both of them go. So, Holdsworth out in front. We know that Johansson's car has a huge amount of power going into the straight. So we'll see what it's like coming onto the back straight as they come through this technical section. Going down to the drop-off, round the off-camber corner. Johansson really tight round there. Letting Josh know that if you go wide, I'm going to take that gap. Both punch it up to the step over. Both through clean. Roller done. First double done. Oh, Holdsworth again with that coming off the track there. Has to be marshalled. Oh, man, what a huge gap he's given to Johansson. So Johansson now way out in front with a 2-second gap on Holdsworth. Now, what Johansson has to do at this point is just settle a little bit into the rhythm of the track. Keep it on its wheels, keep it nice and clean. And there's a 2-second gap there as a bit of a cushion. Now we know, oh no! There you go, that could be another moment there, but it's still plenty of time back to Holdsworth. Fortunately for Johansson, landed on the wheels after that roll. So, pushes it through the single-double. Hops up to the back corner tabletop. And to the drop-off round the off-camber corner. Holdsworth right there round the off-camber corner as well. Through the bobbles they go. Clean for Johansson. Little bit squiffy for Holdsworth. So Johansson facing the wrong way on the straight. Holdsworth through. Minute and 16 on the clock. These guys are going to take it to the wire. Holdsworth makes another mistake after getting into the lead. Johansson's in the same position as he was the lap before. What's the gap? 2.1 to 2.2. My goodness me, all of that work gone for Holdsworth right now. He's going to be pushing as hard as he possibly can, but he's been caught on the corner tabletop. Looks like Johansson has a massive lead at this point. Absolutely massive lead. Doesn't worry about that bobble. Knows that Holdsworth is way behind. Catches the top of the second tabletop. It's going to be this one and one more for Johansson. We'll see when Josh comes through. So, it's Rasmussen into the 2. Holdsworth drops down into the 4. So, we're going to stick with Johansson. 5.5 seconds on Rasmussen. Has drove an absolutely brilliant race to keep this one in his clutches. Johansson goes through. Let's see if anybody else makes it through. I don't think they will. Well, they might do. Rasmussen's gone through. Honegal's gone through. Ben Smith, I think, has gone through. Possibly. It is. Mortis Lautenbach was the one that got caught at the line. So we are with Elias Johansson taking us through over the single. Doubles. Second double. Round the last corner. Over the bridge. And through to take the C final. So your C final 2-wheel drive winner for 2023 Euros, Elias Johansson there. 11 lappers coming in strong for the top 4. And there's your times. Okay. Ooh. I think we're going to flick over, get a little bit of Frank maybe. There he is waiting. He doesn't know who's it.
I'm doing.
All right, Elias Johansson, how was that?
It was good. Close fight with Josh in the beginning. We both made some bubbles, but ended up on top at the end. So
excellent race.
Thank you. Thank you.
And there we go.
Okay.
Man of many words.
A brief
Johansson. B.
Was that subtle?
Final up next. It was a bit subtle. It was good. I got it. So your B final. We're almost there. I can smell
It's a
the
B
excitement
final.
around
It's
the
a
track.
It's a B final, almost populated fully with A final names. It's a B final chock full of talent.
It
really
is as well. It really is. Mind you, the C final had a world champion in it.
True.
What are you going to do
He didn't
there?
start
So,
that, did he?
No. Oh, who blames him, eh? Probably feels a bit above a C final, just craggy sometimes. Not this week, though. Okay, your B final pole man in the B is Lee Martin, hoping to take this one through to a win in his Schumacher. Then we've got Mika Whitmire in the 2, Tommy Hall and Jamie Hall, 3rd and 4th. All brothers going to be going at it in this one. Unahatnan brings up the middle of the pack in the 5 spot. Martin Bayer in the 6. Surprised to see Martin back there, but hey, everybody's all over the place in this one. Noah Ben Mohammed, the young X-Ray driver, in the 7. And we've got Luke Holdsworth, brother of Josh, of course, in the race before, in the 8. And 9 is Jamil Gabrielson. 10, Max Gonsel. Okay, these guys going round now for their warm-up lap. And keep it nice and relaxed for a warm-up lap. Who sponsors us, Matt, by the way? I keep forgetting who they are.
You mean X-Ray, S-Works, Hobbywing, Rudog.eu and Schumacher? Some of the finest manufacturers and outlets in the world. And we're very privileged to be partnering with those brands. And we're very privileged that this event exists at all, and that's thanks to EFRA. Go to EFRA.ws to find out more about EFRA, the European Federation of Radio-Operated Automobiles. Learn more about this class of racing. And, hey, why don't you get involved? Find your local federation.
I like it. Okay, drivers are out there ready on the grid. So Lee Martin back to Mika Widmeyer. Tommy Hall in the 3. That's your 3 on the first bit of the grid there. Jamie Hall obviously just behind. Okay, Lee Martin with a racy start there, straight out of the blocks. Whew. I honestly thought that was going to be a change of position there. I thought Lee had overjumped that one, but he hasn't. He has kept it on its wheels. Super experienced, multi-time European 2-wheel drive champion Lee Martin is leading us round in the B final. Lee already creating a little bit of a gap back to Widmeyer there. Tommy Hall staying right on it. Only about a second between the top 3 at the moment. Wow, Tommy cut that last corner real tight. Oh, he's overjumped it at the top of the step-off. Oh, Lee Martin has gone. Mika Widmeyer is through. Lee holds on to the 2 spot, though. He's going to be pushing to get that back. Knowing Lee, he will happily bide his time till the last minute if he needs to. He's not going to do anything crazy and risk a loss on this one. He wants the B final win, but it is Widmeyer out at the front at the moment. Tommy Hall is right there. If Lee Martin makes another mistake, it will be Tommy Hall, current 2-wheel drive champion, in the B final as well, who is going to try and capitalise on that one. But Tommy's got caught up on the cone of justice. Takes another victim for the weekend. Widmeyer through, handbrakes it round the 180 before the bridge. Both Widmeyer and Lee Martin punching it down the straight. So these guys going at it now. Over the double, into the step up for both. I think that is Tommy just behind, so there's not much in it. There's about 2.8 seconds between Widmeyer and Tommy Hall at the moment. So Tommy's got a bit of time to make it back up. One mistake we know can make all of the difference here, but it is Widmeyer still out in front over the doubles. Oh, Lee has the single through the second set of doubles. Doesn't lose that much time, though, but he would have lost a bit there having to do that. Obviously caught a bit of a dodgy landing out of the first one. Makes that nice set of doubles in the middle cleanly, though. Into the drop-off goes Lee, around the off-camber corner. Mika's managing the gap nicely, though. Really cuts that corner fine past the cone of justice. Lee Martin flies around the last of the doubles there over the bridge, punches it down the main straight. So Widmeyer round the bottom corner, Lee Martin right behind him now, pushes it really cleanly over the second double. Round the off-camber corner, Widmeyer still with a gap out in front at the moment. Not too much pressure from Lee. I don't know whether Lee has the pace in that car to catch up, because that gap seems to be getting bigger, and Lee Martin's gone. Lee Martin is over. Okay, so that is going to stretch things out a bit. If we can drop back to Lee Martin and the 2 and the 3 car. Oh, Widmeyer's gone over as well. Stick with it, well done. Okay, so that changes things again. Lee Martin crashed out before, Widmeyer's crashed out, and now put Lee Martin back into contention for this one with 2 minutes left on the clock. There's plenty of time for these guys to race it out. So we know how much time these mistakes are. Let's see what the clock says as they go over the line. So the gap this time round, 1.4 seconds. A crash from Widmeyer at the front could see this completely reverse. We know they're about 3 seconds. If you crash, you'll get caught in a barrier and have to get marshalled. Okay, cleanly over the bobbles they go. Tommy Hall, can't forget about Tommy Hall, current champion, hanging on to the back of these two. Lee Martin's gone. Oh, is Lee Martin out of it completely? Let's drop back to second and third a minute. Tommy Hall's through. I think Lee Martin's out, unless that's Lee there. Next one back, is that Lee Martin? Let's just see. He has gone through. He has gone through, so that's Lee there. So Lee has dropped out of second place now, I think realistically with 55 seconds on the clock. Short of absolute madness going on. One back from that car is the leader. There you go, there's Mika Widmeyer there. Single double. This one and one more for Mika. Oh, Mika's gone up in the corner. Who's that there? Oh, Tommy looks up the inside. Can't make anything happen. So one crash from Mika and Tommy Hall is right on the rear wing. Oh, it's not Tommy Hall. It's Lee Martin. It's Lee Martin's back in contention with it. Where's Tommy Hall gone? Tommy Hall's disappeared and Lee Martin out of nowhere clutches this one out from the jaws of defeat. Lee Martin is right there in contention. It's a race to the line. They've both got caught up on the corner tabletop. Lee Martin gets put down next to Widmeyer, lets him through very graciously. Widmeyer got the inside line on that off-camber corner. They're both through past the cone of justice into the switchbacks. They go. Lee Martin pushing as hard as he can. Knows he needs to do these doubles as clean as possible. Lee Martin pushes up the inside. Oh, he's gone through. Takes it on the corner. Lee Martin. Oh, it's Tommy Hall, sorry. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness me. Sorry, everyone. That was Tommy Hall. Tommy Hall takes it on the corner. Lee Martin was way back and forth. Una Hackman got third in that one. But Tommy Hall, what a race at the end there to get through. My God, I was calling Lee Martin out there. There's Lee. Sorry, Lee. I thought you'd done better than that. But it was Tommy Hall. The defending, no more defending. Well, he is kind of defending, but he's not going to defend it if he's not in the A. But Tommy Hall comes through to take the B final. My eyesight's done. My voice is done. We've got one A final left to go, where all the excitement of the weekend is. We're going to have a quick chat with Tommy.
It was good fun. Yeah.
You had a really good battle with Misha there. How did you? You were able to catch up to him? How was that?
Well, he just made mistakes. I made all mine at the start. He had some at the end, and then just send it at the end, and yeah.
All right. It was great to watch. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
And there you go. Advice from the defending two-wheel drive champion. Send it at the end. Just send it at the end. Sorry about the mix-up there. There's two very similar-looking cars that are very small, travelling at rapid pace around these tracks, and we're all excited. I was bound to get one wrong at some point. I think I've done pretty well up until there. We haven't done bad, have we? Oh, we've got a not recording thing on there. Oh, no, it's gone now. It's okay. Oh. We lost camera 2.
It's all fine. It's all fine. It's all good.
Okay, thank God for that. I thought we'd lost camera 2. I thought Jim had done himself a cropper or something, fallen off the tower with excitement, pulled the lead out.
Yeah.
I almost fell out the front of the commentary booth doing that one then. Christ. Ooh, sorry. Woo. Crikey, I should say.
We've got time. The buggies aren't on the grid yet, so
they'll come out. They're out there now. Look, they're just doing the warm-up lap.
Just remind ourselves how things stand. So that's what's taken us to where we are now. That's 2 A finals, 2 legs of the A final done.
Okay, so I mean, basically, I think the top 4. So Ongaro with a win could get himself 4 points and be level with the front. Top 4, anyone's game, depending on what happens. Really, they've all got a shot of winning that. I think, anyway, on my quick maths. not known for my maths. Should we have a reminder who's on the grid?
Go on then.
So, Jon Newman, pole man, and then we've got Michael Orlowski in the 2, Marcus Kerrup in the 3, Davide Ongaro in the 4, Wesley Van Helmen in the 5, Burak Kilic in the 6, Clement Boda in the 7, Daniel Kovacic in 8, Alexander Landon in the 9, Bruno Coelho rounding this one out in the 10. And there we go, 10 seconds on the clock. And Newman poised and ready to strike. Here we go. Okay, clean over the first set of jumps for the first 4. Let's see how we go. So Newman over the bobbles clean. Instantly, that is where he's made the gap. Every single one of these finals going into those bobbles for the first time, the gap is created. And there it is. You see as he goes across the line, he's already got half a second on Orlowski at the moment. He's going to want to put the pace down and then manage the gap back to Orlowski to make sure Orlowski's got to push hard, but maybe hard enough to make a mistake himself. So Newman through, Orlowski through, Kerrup through, Ongaro through. There we go, over the doubles cleanly. There's nothing between these guys. I think probably about a second between, maybe a couple of seconds between the top 4. Nothing in it really. We know each crash is going to be about 3 seconds of a delay by the time you get marshalled and back on your wheels again. But Newman and Orlowski breaking away from the other two. So the S-Works and the Schumacher cars out in front at the moment. It is Newman. Orlowski catches a nasty little bobble on the way out of that second double. Not too bad though. 0.5 of a second between them. I don't believe it's 0.5 of a second now because Orlowski is looking all over the back end of Newman. Wants to make he makes a move stick. He's gone through on the inside of the off-camber corner. Orlowski through. So through the switchbacks they go. Newman knows if Orlowski takes this one, he has got the win. So Orlowski over the tabletops. Plenty of pace in that car. Newman punches it straight after him. Oh, Newman's got caught up. Newman is over. Oh, where's he gone? Oh, and that's all. That's it for Newman. He's out of this one. There's no way in 2 minutes and 50-something seconds he's going to catch Orlowski back up. It is now Orlowski way out in front from, I think that may even be Ongaro right behind him. So, Orlowski smells his first European two-wheel drive off-road title for the Euros. He's going to want to make this time as quick as he possibly can. So pushes it through the off-camber corner. Ongaro says, "You're not going to get too far away, my friend." And will be pushing up as hard as he possibly can. But Orlowski knows he's got confidence in the Schumacher. He pushes it over the 2 sets of doubles. Ongaro really does a long one on the second set of doubles there to try and make up some time. He's right there. It's 1.7 seconds between first and second. Orlowski up the step up. Flicks it round into the drop-off. Ongaro right behind him. I think that's Kerrup right up behind Ongaro as well. So nothing between the top 3. One mistake could see things change dramatically at the front here. 1:50 left on the clock for these guys. So Orlowski over the bridge. Ongaro over the bridge as well. Orlowski flicks it round the first of the hairpins. Ongaro right with him. Takes 0.2 of a second out of his time on the last lap round. It was 1 second. Oh, Ongaro's gone over. Kerrup's gone through. So it's Kerrup now up to the youngster, the 15-year-old, current four-wheel drive European champion, to chase down Michael Orlowski and see if he can make a difference at the start of the pack. But Orlowski is there. He's going to keep it on its wheels. We know Orlowski is a truly rounded driver, knows how to drive these races from the front. He's pushing all the way through. He's gone over the first set of jumps. Orlowski into the step up. Kerrup not far behind him, but I think that gap is only going to get bigger for the time being. 3 seconds, 1 minute to find 3 seconds between Kerrup and Orlowski to make a difference to the front of this one. I do think Newman's going to be absolutely devastated by that crash. He's made it back up into 6th at the moment as Newman, but it is all about Michael Orlowski at the front of the pack of this one. The youngster from Poland, truly experienced young driver, pushing his way through. Oh, and he's called the cone of justice! That's let Kerup come right up onto the back of him. So Orlowski, little bit of nerves coming through, little bit of excitement. He smells that cup coming his way. But Kerup's right there, and Orlowski will be able to see that in his peripheral vision. This is going to be the final lap. So Orlowski through the doubles. Kerup through the doubles. Onto the step-ups they go. I think that's Ongaro right behind them as well. Right behind Kerup is Ongaro. It is going to be a race to the line. I think unless something absolutely bonkers happens to Michael, he's going to be taking this third leg. I'm not too sure where that leads us, but over the bridge he goes and across the line to take leg number 3. Michael Orlowski. Oh my goodness me. Track still live. We've got these guys are walking off. Nobody knows what's going on here. It's all come to a big climax. Here we are. So Orlowski takes it from Kerup back to Ongaro, back to Burak, Killick, then Newman, then Quelo, then Landon, Boda, Van Helmond, and Kobovic. So let's see some overalls if we can on the screen. Okay, obviously some excited faces down there, everybody happy. Has that given Kerup the win? Is he the new two-wheel drive European champion for 2023? Is he? It seems like it. Everybody seems pretty happy. I think the 15-year-old's done it. He has. Kerup's done it. Your two-wheel drive off-road European champion for 2023, Marcus Kerup, takes it. Tommy Hall hands the crown over. But Marcus Kerup and his dad there, super happy. Let's see if we can get Frank somewhere near him for a bit of a catch-up. And you can see the emotion on the faces. So 2 years in a row, that young man has come home with a European title with him. Really close family. Lovely to see the emotion between those two. And I think we've got Frank poised with the microphone, hopefully. Wow, what a race. We wanted 3 legs. We got 3 legs of racing. That is for sure. My goodness. So there's Frank. We'll see if we can get a few words just with Marcus Kerup a minute. Oh, he's called him up.
Gonna have to pull him away from his
Go on, Frank, grab
crowd.
him. That's it. Don't let him go. Don't let him go for another one, Frank. Don't let him shake anyone else's hand. We'll be there all week. We got the 4-wheel drive to do. Okay, over to Frank. Here we go.
Just one more time, just on the line. Yeah. Marcus Kerup. Once again, the European champion.
Yes, feels so amazing. Like everything we've gone through to get to this race, stolen cars and everything. So it feels amazing. It's unbelievable. Huge thanks to my dad for helping with everything. I couldn't have done anything without him. So, super happy.
Obviously, that means so much to him and to you. What's this about the stolen cars? Because I think this is the first I've heard about it.
We went here testing with the Swedish guys, Gregor Landin and Alexander Landin, who helped us find this up also, so thanks to them. But we went for lunch in Overvecht, and when we came back, everything was gone in our car, so yeah, and you can't build 2 cars the same, so yeah, super amazing to win.
Well, let's see how it goes in 4-wheel drive for you once again. Obviously, defending champion in that one, and good luck in 4-wheel drive.
Thank you.
What a winner. What a champion, eh? For a 15-year-old, you can't expect much more, can you? I don't
Amazing.
think you can anyway.
Absolutely amazing. Let's get that overall.
So there you have it, your overalls. Marcus Kerup takes it, 3 points in it. With 3 points, sorry. And then we've got Michael Orlowski, runner-up. And obviously Michael with his best time of an 11 in a 5:07, even though they've both got the same scores. It's Orlowski that loses out because he's got a slightly slower time. Newman has to settle for a podium position. No win for him this year. And there's always next year. We know how race he is in these cars. Ongaro going to be happy with a 4th. Would have wanted a win, of course. And then we've got Burak Kilik. Good result for him there. Alexander Landon in the 6th spot. Wesley Van Helmond finishes 7th overall. Bruno Coelho manages to scrape it off the back of the pack to bring himself into 8th. Clement Bode, the young Frenchman, finds himself 9th. And then rounding out the back of your top 10 for the European Off-Road Championships 2023, Danu Kobovic. I think that's about it from us, isn't it, Matt?
Certainly is.
Okay.
It's been a fantastic day.
It has been a tremendous day. We have seen some awesome racing. The thrills and spills of the track really can't be shouted about enough for this sport. But it just remains for me to say a massive, massive congratulations to that young man there on his new two-wheel drive European title. And to say thank you to the team here. Jim up on the camera, Frank for running around doing the social media and just being a general help throughout the day, Matt McCallum in the office, and I'm sure James Parry's floating around somewhere. So thank you guys. This has been the EFRA 1/10 Buggy Euros, the two-wheel drive portion for 2023. We're RC Racing TV, and we'll see you for the four-wheel drive event soon. Thanks, everyone.